So let's see now what is the difference between an element and a compound. Element. In the previous class, I taught you about the element clearly, and in today's class, we have learned about compound, right? Let's see what is that in detail with a differentiation table. Okay, comparison between elements and compounds. What is the first one? The first differentiation. Similarities and differentiation we can see over here. Okay, the nature. Element is having a pure homogeneous nature. Elements are pure and are homogeneous substances. What about compounds? Compounds are also pure and homogeneous substances. You remember the point, children? Pure substances are classified into two types. What are these? What are they? Elements and, come on, elements and compounds, right? So, element is also pure substance, compound is also a pure substance. Very good. So, element is also homogeneous substance, compound is also a homogeneous substance. Okay, this is a similarity we can say. Okay, so now types of atoms. Second one is types of atoms. What are the types of atoms present over here? In element, an element contains only one type of atom. Very, very important. Yeah, we know now. Elements do have contain only one kind of particle, only one type of elements. Okay. Coming to compound, compound contains different types of atoms. We can write the word here molecules. Different types of atoms combined to give molecules. Okay. So compound is all about different types of atoms, which means molecules. Okay. The third one, separation of constituents. The third one is separation of constituents. An element cannot be broken down into any simpler substances by physical or chemical means. We know that because element is only a small one. How can it be divided into a smaller one? No. So it cannot be divided into broken down into other simpler substances. Okay. Coming to compound, a compound may be broken down into simpler substances by which means? Very important. By which means? Is it by physical means? No, it is only by chemical means. But here we have two. Of course, it will not divide, okay, but fine. They included both methods because it is not divided by any means. Physical and chemical means they mentioned. But coming to compound section, we have only chemical. Okay, we can be broken down into simpler substances by only through chemical methods. Okay, and the fourth one is nature of properties. How the properties are present in the element. An element has characteristic physical and chemical properties. Yes, these both have physical and chemical properties element do have. And coming to compound, a compound has characteristic physical and chemical properties. Yes, so both are different. But these are entirely constituent elements. The properties are okay, but they do have some different, entirely different. Okay. For example, let's take your hydrogen and oxygen elements. But where they group together, they have some entirely constituent elements. They do have some different properties. No. Hydrogen gaseous form, oxygen gaseous form, but water molecule is a liquid form. Okay. So far we have discussed about elements and compounds and the classification of this pure substance in detail. Okay, the pure substance includes two, elements and compounds, where elements are also differentiated into four types, metals, non-metals, metalloids and noble gases, and compounds we discussed in this particular class. Okay, hope you are clear with the compounds and their characteristics. In the next class, we'll see about mixtures and kinds of mixtures. Okay, hope you all enjoyed this session. Thank you, children.